In July 2022, Moscow hosted the 7th International Science and Technology Conference, Development and Reliability Improvement of Distribution Networks.
It makes 96% of the total length of all power lines across the Russian Federation. It's like a huge underwater part of an iceberg, with the mains on the top. And below there is that huge mass with its problems in terms of reliability, quality assurance, losses, occupational accidents, and so on and so forth. And education as the last mile between the big power grid and the consumer. A failure in this section of the networks cancels out all the output of power generation, capacities of main networks, and higher voltage networks. Inspiring discussions, thought-provoking reports, etc. They will further facilitate our understanding of technical and business aspects of managing the power grids and distribution networks, and will help ensure reliable power supply to end consumers. And those sound ideas that will be voiced will be implemented practically within the activities of our power grid complex. First of all, as the obligations of Andrei Mayorov, the reliable, fail-safe, proper operation of the power distribution grid complex shapes the image of the whole power engineering industry and forms a public opinion about the operators.
The new technologies and organizational solutions aimed at boosting the distribution grid reliability as part of the import substitution task were a major item on the agenda.
95 to 97% of the equipment and consumables required for repair works, maintenance, and capital construction are manufactured by Russian enterprises, plants, and factories. Still, there are some items we have to source from abroad. By some items, I mean integrated gas-insulated switchgears, industrial communication equipment, switches, routers, firewalls, some components like on-load tap changers, and consumables for XLPE cable production, varnishes and peroxide cross-linked polyethylene. We need our domestic production facilities to fill in this gap. They are aware of our problems, and we are currently working hard with them to address these problems. So, I believe we'll figure out how to deal with this situation in no time. Following the conference, we'll elaborate guidelines to be sent around the subsidiaries of the ROSSETI group of companies and forwarded to our colleagues in regional and local grid operators as well as internationally.
At the conference, technical experts discussed subjects that have been burning issues all over the world. The event brought together participants from the CIS and beyond.
Our large delegation has arrived from Belarus. Here are representatives of power grid operators from all cities and representatives of the administration of the state-owned Promenergo company. Certainly, this event is of great interest for us. We are moving towards a common electricity market with common solutions for the digital transformation of our industries, for the smart technologies that we are implementing, and for the equipment currently manufactured in Russia and Belarus for our power grid complexes, enabling us to substitute imports, which is relevant today for all parties and participants in this conference.
The participants delivered 50 reports covering the major strategic aspects of the development of power distribution grids, including performance enhancement. While sharing experience, the experts discussed various pioneering solutions, including those intended for live, on-load operations.
In my view, rather than chasing the gravy train, we should concentrate on keeping our consumers satisfied. That's the top priority. Another avenue that we pursue is ensuring occupational safety. I'm convinced that introducing innovations underlie safety improvements in the industry. As we all know, in the Soviet era, urban power grid development plans were notorious for underfunding and scarce configuration alike. It comes as no surprise that today, cities, towns, and villages need a modern power supply system.
While discussing the reports, the panelists set goals and suggested meaningful proposals on how to streamline operations in power grids and harmonize the regulatory framework to ensure successful innovations.
Today, the industry is facing numerous, most diverse challenges, such as insufficient regulatory framework, urban-specific complexities affecting the power grid operations, the pros and cons of 20-kilovolt grids, the peculiarities of resistive neutral grounding, the necessity to meet ever-growing reliability demands from the consumer, to name a few. Jointly with Energoset Project JSC, we have developed and put into effect a standard governing the methodology for technological design, enabling us to independently sort out issues regarding the development and improvement of the industry-specific regulatory framework. The conference became a venue for us to present such innovative CRM tools as a voice bot for call handling center. During a discussion with our colleagues, we had an opportunity to hear interesting opinions from manufacturers and to speak out as a customer.
Apart from such technical aspects as development and reliability enhancement of power distribution grids, special attention was paid to the qualification of employees of power grid facilities.
Independent qualification assessment paves the way into the future. We have to be proactive and begin to introduce these future-proof capabilities as soon as today. Together with our colleagues from the industry-leading qualification assessing agency, with the R&D Center FGC UES as a base, we present a dedicated stand that we prepared for the conference. Of course, practical tasks cannot be performed at this stand, but you may familiarize yourself with the demonstration theoretical part. If you succeed, you will be given a certificate and invited to pass an independent qualification assessment directly to the Qualification Assessment Center.
The technical exhibition arranged on the sidelines of the conference visualized the discussed issues and solutions for the conference participants.
As a manufacturer of fittings for high-voltage power lines, we take part in the conference annually. I would like to express my thanks to the organizers for the opportunity to present all the products and receive feedback from the leading Russian and the CIS experts. We manufacture controlled disconnectors, short-circuit indicators, and load break switches. We also carry out power grid inspections and are ready to offer you a range of systems for upgrading or deploying a highly automated distributed grid. The company, together with our customers, seeks to cut costs and reduce electricity losses in the power grid complex. By now, we have partly devised a program to accomplish these objectives and discussed it at the conference. I find this conference to be a helpful industrial event. We are glad to note that among participants were some foreign companies too. So we all had a great opportunity to build bridges and communicate with our newly made acquaintances from the CIS countries and beyond, where we see prospects for development. For the needs of the city of Kyrgyzstan, our government has invested $34 million. Now that all of 64,000 households and businesses have installed smart meters, the AMR technology covers 100% of the city. 70% of the lines were replaced, including 5,200 reinforced concrete supports and wires. The power loss in this city used to peak at 18%. At the moment, the end of June, the figure is 6%. We have 7 branches. The first one showed a positive result. Hence, we'll go on with this method. Our company is willing to do business with Russian counterparts, and we invite all Russian companies to do business in Tadzhikistan. Please be informed that the ROSSETI management has decided to hold the next conference in the summer of 2023, which is supposed to become even a larger scale event. I appreciate that our colleagues from the CIS and beyond have come to our event, given the unfavorable political climate. Invitations from my Tajik and Belarusian colleagues inspired me to visit Tadzhikistan, Belarus, and other countries in order to share professional experience, consult other experts, or advise them and learn from them.
The 7th International Science and Technology Conference, Development and Reliability Improvement of Distribution Networks, once again proved the relevance of the subject and emphasized the importance of maintaining an open dialogue and sharing professional experience.
What I especially enjoyed at this conference is its format. Everyone is welcome to share ideas and experience. Some reports are truly insightful. In particular, the one by ROSSETI Moscow region. I'm looking forward to collaborating with them in a few areas and to learning more. Live on-load operation experience is of particular interest. We want to embrace their solution and try it out in a Rosneft enterprise. What makes this conference so exciting is that it's a meeting place for scientists, engineers, and technicians. This allows each of the parties to find out gaps that might sometimes stymie project commissioning. It's essential that scientists, operators, field engineers, and technicians keep in close touch. Besides, this forum allows establishing business relationships with an eye to deploying joint projects and further collaboration.